Welcome everybody to Fibonacci LLC, to the first factory to produce HempWood right here in Murray, Kentucky. And welcome, glad everyone's here today. We appreciate you being here. I'll turn this over to the young man that's responsible for this. HempWood is his idea, and now he's moved to Murray to create it right here. This is Greg Wilson. Let's welcome him to Murray.
Well, thank you, Phil, and welcome here, and thank you for welcoming us into Murray, Kentucky, because we looked at a whole lot of different places, and Murray just made sense. It's common sense to make hempwood, to use an agricultural glue, and to do it right here in Kentucky. So it kind of ticks all of the boxes. Before we really get started, I do have to say thank you to my wife, Bing, wherever she's at. Bing, it's our anniversary today. She somehow let us do this. So thank you for that. Also, thank you to Kentucky as a whole, to Congressman Comer, who helped us get this machine in here to actually make it happen, to the university and all the different people in the school here who've helped out to get the chemistry going, to get the automation and the engineering happening, for the marketing support for us, all of the different elements that just make it possible. It takes a village for stuff like this to happen, and it's been in the works for coming on 10 years now. So thank you, and just welcome to our place. Welcome to see what we have going on. We're going to try to keep this thing as just a positive local thing. We want to have an eco-friendly product that has an eco-friendly glue. Everything is bio-based inside of this, and it just keeps everything happy and easy to do rather than sending it overseas or using a cheaper glue that's not healthy for people. So the whole objective here is just do it in Kentucky and do it with the right materials. With that being said, we got Dean Brandon here from the School of Ag. He's one of the only people, when we were looking at how to do this, that didn't think I was crazy when I said, I gotta find 10,000 tons of hemp per year.
Thank you, Greg. A lot of people still think I'm crazy. So. Greg has talked a lot about answering the call, and Murray State answered the call, and I just thought that was what we're supposed to do. We've answered the call so many times as a university to support our region, and I would be remiss if I did not start, because there's a few calls that I remember I've had during my career that I remember exactly where I was at. And this call came when I was sitting in the office with Loretta Daniel in the former Regional Business Innovation Center. That did so much. The state chose to go in a different direction, but I'd have to give credit to Loretta sitting there, and we worked on so many projects together, and certainly she was there very early in this process as Greg called. It's a great day for Murray State. It's a great day for agriculture. And it's a great day for agricultural hemp. I also remember the first call, and sitting in the MSU Transportation Office when Congressman Comer called, former Commissioner Comer called and said, hey, we got some seeds on the way. Called LC, work with them. And we took a risk, and we put that first hemp in the ground. And, I got a shirt in our office that was the first shirt that we produced. And it said on the front, got agricultural hemp. And on the back, it said Murray State does. But it had 5 uses of hemp on there, and it's remarkable where we've come in 5 years. CBD was not listed on the back of that shirt. So that's how quickly things change. And neither was HempWood. But along comes Greg Wilson, who had been making bamboo flooring in China, and he called, and I don't know how many conversations that we've had, but Greg, if I could describe Greg, I tried to think of 2 words, and it's 2 words we don't usually use together. One is impatient, and the second one is persistent. But when you take impatience and put it together with persistence, you will overcome barriers. And Greg has overcome, and HempWood and his staff have overcome so many barriers to make this day possible. It would have been easy to quit. Early on, we sought the approval of our administration, and certainly Dr. Jackson has always been just very supportive of everything hemp related, and we appreciate his leadership. Dr. Todd in business has been a good friend. Former Dean Steve Cobb and Tim and I worked on a lot of projects together, and so the university kind of stepped up and answered that call. Most recently, with the Department of Chemistry, we started a thing called the Center of Agricultural Hemp, and all of our other partners are CBD. But Greg took the step to go ahead and join us as a foundational partner, and that's very preemptive because he hadn't sold very many products yet at HempWood, and I know that's the goal. But he saw the need to do that and join those other companies in support of that. And our chemistry department, Kevin Miller, been working with him on the adhesives. We've been able to do so much to help him. He's been over in our advertising class, and I went to some presentations where they put together some advertising for them. So it's very much an integrated work with manufacturing. Dr. Claiborne here, and on behalf of Murray State, Greg, we want to welcome you. We want to thank you. We want to congratulate you for overcoming all those barriers. Initially, we were looking for locations, and there wasn't just the ideal location. We were even going to retrofit one of the university buildings, and that's sometimes very difficult and became a barrier. And instead of Greg saying, no, we're going to go somewhere else, he said, let's keep looking. And then we brought Phil in. I was able to recommend Phil to be his person on the ground, and thank Phil McCallum. Let's give Phil a round of applause. Phil, go ahead. He's a proud alumni of our agriculture program, and an outstanding alumni of our agriculture program. Has done so much to get this kicked off. So it's a great day for.
And Robert Swift put the building over our head.
That's right. Robert stepped up. He's built 2 or 3 agricultural shops now. He's building one, and then he's ready to expand, Greg, whenever you're ready to expand. So we do appreciate the community and all the help from all the leadership and our county administration, our city administration, our economic development folks, all the way to the governor's office and economic development folks. You know, it's been a constant parade of people out here coming into Murray State, including the head legal of USDA that is now putting together the hemp rules for the nation, has come right through Murray State and right through Murray, Kentucky. The Senate agricultural staff has been right here on this property. Economic development state officials and other officials have. So, Greg, you brought a lot of attention to this product, and we wish you the best of luck, and thanks for being here, my friend. And obviously, the man that got all this started and made those initial calls, our congressman, our friend, Congressman James Comer.
Well, thank you, Dr. Brandon, and what a great day for Murray, Callaway County. What a great day for West Kentucky. We had some news a few weeks ago that wasn't very good for Murray, but today we begin the process of replacing those jobs. And I can't think of a better industry to begin this celebration than right here in West Kentucky with HempWood. When I was Dr. Brandon talked about when I was Commissioner of Agriculture, we worked with Richard Heath and Kenny Ives and all of the legislators in West Kentucky to try to make hemp a reality in Kentucky, a reality in America. When I was thinking about hemp, I was thinking about fiber. I was thinking about things like hardwood flooring, because I go in a lot of houses. There aren't very many new houses that don't have hardwood flooring. They use the flooring to decorate on the walls and stuff. Well, if you look at the future, if you look at the next generation, if you look ahead, which is what we're supposed to be doing in economic development, you look ahead. This next generation is more into sustainability. And you can make hardwood flooring from trees, and I'm all about that. Part of my farming operation, we have timber, and a lot of the timber that's harvested on my farm ends up being made into hardwood flooring. But if you're into sustainability, it's more sustainable to make this hardwood flooring from hemp fiber than it is from trees. And for the next generation of consumers, that's very, very important that we have sustainability and that we have companies that are green. And that's what HempWood is. And of all the hemp companies that we've broken ground on and we've cut ribbons on in Kentucky, this one, to me, is the most exciting because it's taking fiber and it's doing just what when Kenny Ives and Richard Heath and I were talking about passing Senate Bill 50 in Frankfurt to make Kentucky the first state to grow hemp. We envisioned fiber. So I'm very excited to work with Greg. We've worked very closely with him to get this piece of equipment into the United States. Very difficult time to get things made in certain countries into the United States right now, but this was a success story, and this is a great opportunity for our farmers. You seeing this hemp's harvested with existing farm equipment, and I think you're going to see more and more hemp grown for the fiber. When we look at the hemp infrastructure in Kentucky, we have a lot of CBD companies, and I take CBD, and I'm all about CBD oil, but we have to diversify our hemp industry. The other thing that I liked about hemp was you could make so many different products from hemp. This is the first hardwood flooring plant in America and in the world. And he has experience doing this. This isn't something that he just started. He's a startup guy with no experience in the industry. He took, correct me if I'm wrong, but his company in China, they took bamboo fiber and made bamboo floor, right? Yep. Right here. This hemp looks, no offense, this hemp looks better than the bamboo. In my house, we're going to have hemp. Yeah. We like the bamboo too. I like hemp better. But I think that this is an industry this is a company with staying power. This is a company that has the potential to grow, create more jobs, sign more contracts with more farmers, more opportunity. This wouldn't be here in Murray, Kentucky without Murray State University. And you all have probably heard me say this so many times, I'm going to say it again. Murray State took a bold step to plant those first hemp seeds. I believe with all my heart, had Murray State and Dr. Brandon not planted those very first hemp seeds, I don't know that any other universities would have planted them before other states got into the business. So I applaud Murray State. You're seeing the residual benefits of that risk you took with hemp. They took the risk because they wanted to help farmers. And this is a great opportunity for farmers. This is a great day for Murray and Callaway County as we begin to rebuild and grow the economy here. As we try to help our farmers. They're in a terrible environment now with soybeans and commodity prices where they are. But I'm very excited about today. I'm very excited about this company. Thank you for choosing West Kentucky to set up shop. And we look forward to working with you in the future. We look forward to hearing many great things from this company, from the farmers that are producing the hemp, and many more research and development success stories from Murray State University with hemp as we continue to try to diversify the hemp infrastructure in Kentucky, have more diversified hemp processors in Kentucky. But thank you, Murray State. Thank you, HempWood. And thank you all for being here to join in the celebration with us. Thank you all very much.
All right, well, thank you. As he said, we chose here. It was common sense. HempWood making flooring is common sense. Using soybeans and Salinas, our partners here, with helping us find an eco-friendly glue to use. Common sense. And being right here in West Kentucky, common sense as well. So, with that being said, Mr. Combers, he helped us get this in here. He helped us get this machine through a lot of those different turns in the road for making it happen. So, we'd like to have him cut the ribbon and then press the first HempWood block so we can document this.
Greg, I didn't mean to interrupt, but the other day when we were out here, I think you were putting the very first piece over there in that cabinet or furnace or crematory or whatever that thing is over there. I sat here and watched them put the first piece in there, load it up and all that. And I got to think about how awesome really this is for West Kentucky and for our area and for all the people that have made this possible. I know it was an uphill battle. I've met with Phil several times, and I just, again, going back to what you said, Dr. Brown, about persistence and all that, Dr. Todd, everybody worked together to make this thing happen. But in recognition of that, all members of the fiscal court are here this morning. And Greg, I'd like to present you our highest honor in Callaway County for being so innovative, so persistent, and staying with us. So with this, I would like to recognize you officially as an honorary Callaway County Squire. You don't have the voting rights that they do, but you got more time with me if you need it. And I'm never one to miss the opportunity to talk on the microphone, but I just wanted to recognize Congressman Comer. Congressman was here 8 years ago when I first ran for office again the second time, one of the very first supporters that I had. It was such a joy to serve with somebody of his vision, intellect in the Kentucky House, and then working with him after he became commissioner, and now he is our United States Congressman. And I just think that is such an honor for me personally to have the friends, the community that we've had, the relationships that we've had with West Kentucky with our sitting congressman. So, Congressman, I also am honored to make you a Callaway County honorary squire. I know you've got a representative title, you've got a commissioner title, and you've got a congressman title. This doesn't get any better than this.
Judge, you probably don't want me now. I've been voting no so much in Washington here in the last 8 months. I probably wouldn't work out for you on the fiscal court, but you've got some good fiscal court members here, so I appreciate that. But thank you for all the good work you're doing here in Callaway County, the fiscal court. We appreciate what you're doing. Look forward to working with you in the future.
We appreciate you and you vote no for us anytime.
Yeah, supposedly. Oh, there's.
A little bit closer.
Usually these don't work.
Hold it, Greg, for him. Pull on it a little bit. There you go.
Let's make some hemp.
That's why I was so sturdy.
Tom, you want this still running?
Yeah, you can turn it off.
Want me to turn it off?